Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? It's me, Truck, coming to you, making another video. I got some more products to review from Fiachi. Guess what I got in the mail? I got a couple items, but I'm only going to do the review on this one particular one. Is the WL-25 Fiachi gun light, right? And as you can tell, what it'll say on the carton, and it says it's 1,000 looms or 1,200 looms. And actually it is pretty bright. I actually had it out last night, pitch black, and it really lit up the woods behind my house and in the yard as well. I didn't take footage of it because I just did it on a spare moment because I was just curious. Now the flashlight comes with a few beautiful things, man. One, I love that everything's going USB, right? So it comes with a charger, a very nice charger, pretty sturdy, that connects to a USB, right? So I actually charged both batteries yesterday. They did come charged. Oops, doing it backwards, right? Getting old, fellas. But it's actually the USB-C too, so it's not the other one. So it comes with two batteries. What's the size of this? This is the 18650 size. 200. What was it? 2600 millihour per hour amp battery, and it also, of course, it comes with the owner's manual. As always, it's sturdy, it's pretty good. I like keeping my owner's manual because you never know, right? So it's not some piece of like weak paper. It comes with all the mounting equipment, extra screws, and a strap. And of course, it's M-LOK compatible or Picatinny. Of course, on my first AR build, I actually have a M-LOK foreguard. So I'm gonna whip that out for you guys real quick to show you what I'm talking about. And voila! I took the the upper off of the lower just because it'd be easier for me to show. So what you can see is the light is on there. I got an M-LOK. I got some Picatinny M-LOK locks on there, right? And basically, also what I did was I ran the wire through this right here. I found these actually on Amazon. I think it was like $3 to actually run that wire underneath, just to avoid using that strap, and also avoid the wire getting chimped or snagged when I'm using it. Of course, and then on the other side, let me flip this real quick without knocking the camera again. You see you have a pad. You have for permanent light on, right? One click. Then you have the momentary click, and then you have, of course, the flash. If you hold it up for a little while after the first click, you get the flash, And also, I got something else from Feyachi, but I won't go into that. But I really like this flashlight because, of course, it's made out of aluminum. It's very sturdy, very good looking too on the gun. It actually makes my gun look totally different. I'm looking pretty tactical. I'm not a Navy SEAL. I told my boy the other day, I said, I'm not a Navy SEAL. I'm a Navy orca. I'm sorry, tactical orca. If you guys know anything about orcas, man, they're pretty darn deadly. They actually use seals as tennis balls in the ocean. When they don't feel like eating them, they just use them as tennis balls, whack them with their tail, right? So that's me. My nickname's Tactical Orca now, right? So, that's all for the video today. I'm going to go down, like I keep saying, I keep telling you guys, I'm going down to my buddy's house, and it's going to happen soon. We just try to work out the schedule, and we're going to go out there. I'm actually going to sight this in, try to have as much fun as I can, because hey, I'm gonna be shooting on private land. He's got like 10 acres of land. So and then of course my second AR build, it's on its way, man. All I need to do for that is buy a second upper, and that's it. I'm really, now that I see that Aero Precision always has these really nice sales, I'm actually going to do that. But today's video is about the Feyachi. I'm very happy, very satisfied with the flashlight. It's on Amazon for about 48 bucks. It's worth it. It's well worth it. So don't, you don't have to spend a couple $100 on a light. You can just get a Feyachi. It's just as good. You get two batteries instead of one. They're both rechargeable. You have a USB charger, and the charger comes with it, right? So to me, it's a value deal. It's a very good value deal. If you're spending, like, for instance, this gun, I was lucky. But if I had purchased everything on this gun on my own, like I was gifted this upper, right? The full upper, I was gifted that. So all I had to do is buy the bolt carrier group, charging handle, and that was it, right? So if once you buy a complete upper and a lower, just buying those quality ones could cost the gun could cost you up to $900 for a decent rifle. So things like buying a reflex sight and all that kind of stuff, and you already have decent iron sights. The reflex sight is cool up to like 100 yards, 50, 100 yards. So why would you spend $800 on a reflex sight? Then you add a magnifier, that could be up to $100 to $200 for the magnifier. So so to me, it just makes no sense to spend all that money. And to a lot of you, you're not going to spend all that money on a Trijicon or something like that, or a real ACOG, right? And also the flashlight, so many flashlights out here that are good, but Fiace, I believe, is just as good as the rest of them. Because I know people with other brands and stuff, and hey, this does exactly what they do, right? It's a flashlight. That's it. It has high looms. It's got rubber gaskets, because I inspected the flashlight. So it's got rubber gaskets, so if it got underwater, it's going to be all right. So I've got some water on it, but it's not like I'm a Navy SEAL or a real tactical worker where I'm going to go swim out in the ocean with my rifle. That's not happening. So if I had to go outside in a rainstorm and some craziness going outside, I'd have complete confidence that the light will work, right? So I suggest that you guys look into Fiace's flashlights, as well as some of their reflex sights and red dots, and even their sights, because I was talking to a good friend of mine. He actually competes in IPSC, and for maybe 5-6 years, and he was saying, like, as far as like sights, right? Like front and rear sight, like you guys know I have Feyachi sights on here, right? And these are relatively inexpensive. They were I think $32 or $38, and it actually has fiber optics in the front post and the rear post, and versus buying say some Magpuls or something like that. Of course, Magpul and all that, they top notch, great reputation and everything, but really, if you have a reflex sight, those sights are actually backup sights. They're not your main sights. Or if the reflex light goes, sight goes, your iron sights are going, which you'll be primarily relying on anyway. And to be honest with you, iron sights are easy to sight in. I mean, other than the windage and the elevation, how can you break front and rear sights? I mean, it's possible, but so as far as spending a whole lot of money on all those other exercises, trying to keep up with the Coopers and the Smiths across the street, I don't see any purpose for it, because I just have one specific purpose for my rifles and stuff and one is target shooting, and then two is self-defense. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So I'm not going to Iraq. I'm not fighting in the Ukrainian war. I'm not volunteering. So for us, buying inexpensive quality, the key is quality things is good. And a lot of things that are made in China are basically have a bad reputation simply because they're made in China. Now let's talk about this, right? Like Canik. Remember Canics? I remember Canics first came out. I remember on the gun forums, people were trashing Canics so bad. Oh, it's from Turkey, this, that, and other. But I'm the type of guy that never listens to the people on the gun forum, because people have biases. To me, if it's not made in Europe, if it's not made in America, people just like throw their nose up. Now, look at the Canik now. Everybody and their grandma has a Canik. I know women, they're running after Canics after they shoot them, Men, women, everybody wants a Canik. The guy, Anubis Gun Shop in Pennsauken, New Jersey, you guys can check his website. He actually has a few Canics on it, because they're very popular. Why? Because they're very reliable. And I'm a Glock guy, but those Canics, man, the ergonomics on it, because I have huge hands, they actually fit really well in my hands. So so don't throw your nose up at stuff that's made in China, especially if it's high quality. Just like this magnifier here in the corner that I received from Feyachi, is high quality. It's not cheap. It's just kind of like Arms Corps. I was telling a friend of mine, about an arms corps out of Filipino. I remember watching documentaries about the history of guns and gun manufacturing in the Philippines, and I heard an arms corps. Now it was relatively unknown when I saw this documentary, but man, when they start selling guns here in the United States, I was like, yo, people are really slipping on arms corps. And again, on the forums and everything, oh, arms corps is made in Filipinos, and now arms corps what makes on guns for was it Rock Island Armory, right? And also, I believe Kimber was buying some stuff from them at one point. I'm not sure, but I believe Kimber was. So, don't miss out on some good quality opportunities, and especially get in on it before the world figures out, hey, this is actually good quality stuff. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And let's go back. Like, let's look at Norinco. Like, I had a Chinese SKS Norinco rifle, right? Now, we all know, if you've been in the gun world for a long time, because I've been owning guns for about 33 years now, right? We all know that the best AK-47 was made by Norinco. It's the M90 AK-47, but it was made in China, right? And the thing about it, I remember they were for sale and they were very cheap, but people didn't realize until people just put them through the ringer that, hey, these are better than Russian made or Yugoslavian made, Polish made, Czech made AK-47. So give yourself an opportunity, especially now while they're relatively inexpensive. The what you call the word hasn't got out on some of their products yet, not to the extent that it should be. So get in on it. It's not like you're gonna lose a lot of money, and then you might just wind up with the new thing that everybody else likes. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're jeopardizing safety. It's not your bolt carrier group. It's not your charging handle. It's not all the different functional things that you're gun. It's the accessories. Save money on that and buy a better quality upper. Like, I'm thinking about getting one of those Sons of Liberty uppers with the 13.7 barrel with the flash hider that will make, not flash hider, muzzle brake that will make the gun, what is it, 16 legal, the barrel 16 inches, because they're pin and welded for you, right? I'm thinking about that. Now that bolt carrier group, complete upper comes with a bolt carrier group, and that's about $1,200. I'm seriously thinking about getting it, because if I can save on accessories that are quality, then I can actually invest in the guts of the gun that really make the gun, right? So I know it's a long video, but I hope you guys are having a great Friday. Hope you guys had a great week. God bless you. I pray you have a great weekend. It's starting to get a little chilly. I love this weather. This is fall weather. This is football weather, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, whoever your team is, they suck anyway. But, Steelers rule. Even though we lost last night, but it's all good. But God bless you. Love you guys. Remember, Jesus soon to come. And look out for Russia, man, because this stuff is about to get wild over there in Ukraine. All right, now. Peace.